I rise to vote no and explain my no vote explanation on House Bill 4214. I'm disappointed in this chamber today. This bill, along with the governor's proposed cuts to revenue sharing and to our schools, is going to create a race to the bottom, which guarantees many of our cities and schools are going to head into bankruptcy. How does this fit into the primary objective of Jobs is Job One? How does eliminating accountability to boards and councils better serve the taxpayer? How does this legislation promote the governor's mission of Job One being jobs and ensuring that we have the innovators of tomorrow coming out of our schools? And how does this move all of Michigan forward, which we've heard the governor state over and over again? I mean, if you are a family or a business, would you choose a school district or a community that's in bankruptcy to locate in? How does this legislation entice businesses to come to Michigan when the sanctity of contracts is not honored? How is paying an emergency financial manager more than what the governor makes shared sacrifice? I can't believe that some of my colleagues can honestly go back to their constituents and communities after taking this vote. This impacts 100 local communities with Governor Snyder's cuts to public safety via revenue sharing proposal. This impacts 160 school districts statewide with Governor Snyder's effort to slash our schools. Many of these cities and schools are in your districts. How can you stand by and cast a vote like this? This bill gives managers the power to break contracts for services the state has required our cities provide, to undo collective bargaining, privatize government services, and lay off public employees with little supervision or accountability. Wisconsin's Governor Walker may be entering the front door on undoing workers' rights, but make no mistake, you all are sneaking in the back door to do the same thing with this vote.
I'd ask for no demonstrations within the Senate. Please, those who wish to demonstrate, please exit the Senate. Senator Whitmer, please continue.
It is an unfair and unjustified power grab that allows these appointed, not elected, managers to operate above the law and often against the will of the people. We have already seen situations where the actions of an emergency financial manager are not necessarily in line with the wants and needs of a community, the local residents, and we see their work wind up, leaving communities in no better shape financially. Instead of letting the treasurer pick emergency financial managers, give them only 2 days of training and an exorbitant taxpayer-funded salary, we should be closely overseeing their work to ensure those dollars are spent wisely. I would think that my fiscally conservative colleagues would be on board with that. This bill represents bigger government, more bureaucrats, more taxpayer expense, less accountability, less transparency, and I have to reiterate my question I asked earlier. Where the heck is the Tea Party now? Your action with these bills adds pain to our already struggling cities, school districts, and local economies. We were sent to Lansing to create jobs, not dismantle them. I don't know about my colleagues in this chamber, but I was sent here to do the right thing, to protect public safety, to protect our schools and our kids and our communities, and create jobs. Finally, I would ask the governor and the Republican members of the Senate, why are you okay with attacking the secretary who makes $35,000 a year compared...
If I could ask that all comments be directed to me, not to other members of the administration or your colleagues in the Senate. Thank you. Please proceed.
I would ask you, Governor, and the governor you work for and the members of your party, why is it okay to challenge a secretary's $35,000 a year job and have members in your cabinet who make $250,000 a year? Why are you okay with attacking the firefighter who runs into a burning house making $44,000 a year, risking their lives, and having a budget director making $250,000 a year? And why is it okay to attack the cop who ensures our community's safety, making $46,000 a year, and not the emergency financial manager who can make upwards of $159,000 a year. Why is that okay? Thank you, and I wish to have my remarks printed in the Journal as my no vote explanation.